Ja. All right. Good dag, god ettermiddag, good afternoon, good evening. So it was a request yesterday to do the same meeting again today, just because of recording, because I didn't record anything yesterday. So I said, okay, I can do. I see there is other people who wasn't here yesterday also. That can be pretty interesting.
Herjelistene. Han på.
All right. It's more people coming. Okay, and just add them on. Mute, and I just start. So I will start with the same as yesterday. Everybody knows that there was, not everybody knows, but many knows that there was a meeting on the 21st of July on Sunday, which went on all of the different groups and things like this when it came to the invites. And that was an invite which was going to contain important information about LUSD, NFT, and plus something about M3. There was 250 rocks people on the meeting on Sunday. So it has been different kind of reactions after this meeting. One thing is the content of the meeting. Another thing is how the meeting was actually presented. It was a high temperature during the meeting. It was a lot of aggressive things. And yes, I am also one of those that they are referring to when it comes to the very negative persons. But I have no problem to stand up about that, because I'm not speaking only about my opinion or things like this. I'm always speaking on behalf of people, even if I don't agree with them. But as long as they are on the team, then I speak and I share always to them. So people can do their own research and do their own, what shall I say? Get their own opinions and do what they want to do after having the information. I was on that meeting as well. I received several recordings of that meeting. I didn't record it myself. I don't need to. But I received several recordings of that meeting. One thing is the content of the meeting, which was for me, but that's my opinion, disturbing in many, many ways, because the first hour was only about talking about how many bad people we have in the community, who is talking down about the company, who's talking about the community, and so on and so on. I see it differently. It has been several months with no communication, and the communication which has been are only going to different parts of communities, either it's in Norway or other countries as well. And we haven't had a public meeting information. The last one, which was for the community, was actually 22nd of May, which also was a non-recording meeting. I had a meeting with some people from my personal team right after the English meeting on Sunday. And frankly, the result from that meeting with my team was that it was a unison thing that people just wanted to wait. Nobody wanted to take this opportunity or offer or whatever they call it, which came on the table on Sunday and as well on Monday with a very aggressive tone. So we was very relaxed about it. So we was just going to continue like we have done mostly of the time, and that is just to wait for L7 to see if there's going to be some changes there. Then I got some messages after that English meeting, straight after that English meeting, and this was from individual people, either from from the community or from my team. One of them was receiving messages, written messages, plus voicemails, where the tone in the voicemails and in the chats was very hush, very hush. And also, I have partly of an part of that text, not all of it, because we don't want to show everything there. And also the voice messages. I spoke to that person, but we agreed that, okay, we keep it just there. We don't need to bring it up, those voice messages. And that was about directly threats and indirectly threats against that person, uh, containing that it will be, I don't know, something with police involved, something with, what to say, yeah, and they will report him and so on and so on. And definitely he would not be able to join any of the Zooms if he continue recording the information that came up. So, when you have an meeting, when you're going out broadly and saying it to the community, I'm thinking that this means everyone in the community, but obviously it's not. It's just for a part of the community. And when you cannot be able to show what has been in a meeting, they put a zipper on your face so you cannot open. You can always tell about the content in that meeting, but you know that there is a big difference by telling the content to your community, to your team, whoever it might be. Because if you are telling it, it's coming from you. That is why some people, and it's wise to do it, are sharing videos, because then it's coming from those who have the meetings. Okay? Otherwise, it will fall back on that person who is trying to tell the information further on to into their teams. I think it's terrible that people are getting these messages. And another thing that in one of these messages that came there, it's very clear that this leader group are having my name on their board, 100% sure. what you see in front of you now is partly of that message, and it's very clear that my name is on their thoughts and on their lips all the time. Why? Because I'm not jumping after what they are saying. I'm always trying to think myself, and that doesn't mean that I have to agree with everything which is said. And so it is with my team also. There's a lot of adult people there who have their functionality in the brain, which is perfectly fine. So they can think themselves, they can consume the information, and they can think themselves. But when it comes to these meetings, you're not allowed to ask questions. You're not allowed to think. You are, like they say on that meeting, also if you don't do according to what they are saying, you are a negative person, you're making a disturbance in the community, you're a no-sayer, and all of this is on these videos. So it's not just something that I am repeating after. But why am I repeating it? Because I can land on that I have the videos. So it's not my words, it's those words. But like you see here, som dere ser her, uh, and if it's Tommy who is behind this, it doesn't mean that much. Make sure that you don't destroying for yourself and the rest of the community as a serious and hardworking networker as you are. This would be just tragic if the whole community would know that it will be non-official meetings broadcasted out from you, hidden recordings, and that you're sharing it in public. So obviously what we are doing is nothing in public. So I mean, seriously, when it's coming information to the community and we cannot talk about it, we cannot share it, what are we doing? So that the whole community, what we are doing now is not in public. What we are actually doing is not public. So it started there. Not enough with that. Then I get another message from someone who received some videos, and this was the same evening on Sunday after the English meeting which was there. And this was in a chat group. I am not in that chat group because I am only on the Facebook group there and one WhatsApp chat. That's it. Otherwise, I'm not inside any other groups anywhere. But when you are, I'm gonna show you first of all the reaction from one of the leaders. And then I know that some of you who are sitting here is going to get pissed off because of this, because this is a very close connection and co-worker to you. But what do I care? Sorry, I don't care. I care about my team. I do. And if people cannot be open and talk honestly and with also content of words, which is normal to use in meetings, I find it disturbing. But that's me. But I'm anyway gonna show these two videos, which was not about me this time, and it was not directed to me. This was something which was directed to someone else on that chat. So let me see if I find it here. Just a moment. I have to share it with sound, and then I will mute myself so you hear it because I think it's a very low sound, but it doesn't matter. I just want you to hear it and see it, how things actually are. Some people had a very strong reaction that I wanted to have this meeting yesterday on that WhatsApp group, that this didn't have anything to do with L7. It didn't have anything to do with the community. And I was very clear, and I'm still very clear. All what you will hear today has to do with this community, with this so-called leadership in this community. Some of them are sitting here today also.
Vet du, det er så insane å sitte og
I'm gonna just mute myself first so you don't have the disturbance of my background here.
Vet du, det er så insane å sitte og følge med på at her er det en haug med fryktsomme nybegynnere som mener at dere kan mer enn en av verdens største Web 2-mediehus. Altså, vet du, det er så irrasjonelt at det er helt sinnssykt. Vet du, jeg gidder ikke å ha det her. Og hvis dere har problemer med det, som sagt, bare fiks det. Fjern dere. Vet du, det her er så dumt. Dere tror dere har mer kompetanse enn en rekke juridiske mennesker og folk som har bøttevis av år med kompetanse. Det dere sier er at dere kan mer enn det juridiske teamet til menneskene i Utopia, som velger å bli en del av dagen til M3. Fy faen, hvor urasjonelle dere er. Vet du, det her stopper nå. Vet du, det her så...
I think I have to share the other one again. Just a moment. So I'm gonna unmute myself. No, mute myself again.
Vet du, det her så inn i helvete respektløst for de menneskene i selskapene som jobber for dere uten å ta lønn for det, og enda mer respektløst overfor oss andre, og de som har tatt dere med på det her, hvor dere velger å ignorere helt klare data til fordel for hva dere synes selv. Jeg har sagt mine siste ord om den saken her, og vet du, jeg gidder ikke som piss i denne chatten en gang til. Det finnes mer enn nok forarer for det, og jeg har null problemer med å møte noen av dere på en eller annen call for å snakke om de tingene her. Alle dere fikk muligheten i dag til å spørre Jensen om hva som helst, eller dere kan få det til en annen anledning. For helvete.
Unmute myself again. So yeah, this was not something against me this time. This was obviously about someone have raised some questions inside of a chat directly after that English meeting, but the way of the language they are using, and that they're actually attacking people that are asking questions and doubting the knowledge even from the people themselves, I find it very disturbing, extremely disturbing. And this is the same leaders that we talk differently when they have the meetings. But like they said here also, everybody had the chance to ask Jensen on this meeting, like nobody had, because everybody was muted and couldn't unmute themselves and couldn't ask any questions in the chat as well until the end of the part of the meeting, but Jensen was not there. So, like he said on this video, you can ask perhaps later also. So, obviously, there is a lot of different reactions after this meeting on Sunday, the meeting that we cannot share, okay? I said yesterday that I am going to share it because when I listened to these recordings, there maybe they said it on the Norwegian, I don't know, but the English one I didn't hear anything about it, about the recording. But for me, it's important that, you know, even during the meeting, they are saying that the people who are always asking the questions, they are not even there, and also not coming to the meetings. It's like it's your problem that you're not coming to the meetings. There's several reasons for recordings. Not everybody can come that day, that time to a meeting. We cannot talk badly like they did, and I say it straight out because this is the words they was using in that meeting. And if someone is doubting the words that I am saying now, you can see it on that video. There is no respect for people who ain't on the meeting. So that is one thing. And then the other thing is that we cannot share it after. What is this? What kindergarten is this? We are talking so much about the DAO and things like this. And this was just an offer for the Norwegian English community or Swedish. I don't know. I find it very strange if this is the DAO because the DAO have the voting system, and I don't find. And I also find it very strange that why should it be something which is hidden if this is a value for M3, if this is a value for the community, if this is a value for L7, why should it be hide it? All right, today I am so tired, but I feel I'm not even able to be enthusiastic on this meeting, but sorry for that. But it's not enough with these things. The chats which came out, the voice messages that came out, which is actually a threat to the people, to the same people who are feeling that it's a threat that we are sharing the content of the videos. All right. The funny thing is that the day after Norwegian meeting was, and it was said in the beginning on that meeting, I have the recording of that one also. I get everything. I don't do the recording myself. I don't want to sit there and do that, but I receive all the recordings. And in the beginning of that meeting, it was said there will be no recording because they want to take might be people on the meeting who don't want to show their face or name or things like this. Okay. It's not very difficult if you want to be in a meeting and participate and listen and watch. You can turn off the camera, you can change the name, whatever. But then it came a request from Rune Dahle. Can we please record it? And then it was okay. So they recorded it. Maybe for internal use, I don't know. But still, you're sitting and recording when you just said that you're not going to record it, but because there will be people on this meeting that don't want to have the recording. So yeah, anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. We can talk about the offer. I don't want to talk so much about that offer, but I can try to repeat it. I didn't watch the videos after either, but it's a ratio on 5-to-1 with the use of LUSD, meaning if you have 500 LUSD, you get the value of $100 or USDT avatar in M3. But before you can get any profit from this, you have to add 15x, 15 times more the value of your own NFT avatar to get it released. I think it's a fraction of the people inside of L7 who can actually do it in that way. That is another thing, but that is my opinion that I think everybody have to ask themselves also, how much have you done in the time that you have been in L7 and so on and so on. I have asked several people, they have 4 people, 5 people, 6 people in their private team under them, beneath them. And but it's not about 15 people, it's about the 15 times the value of your avatar. So of course it could be one person who came in and bought an avatar with fresh money for that. But people have to look at this with their own eyes, consume the information. My team is very clear about it. They are not going to give away anything that they have because we have been told, and I have also told, everybody have been telling the best thing we can do is to really hold on to our tokens because everything will be fine in the end. Right? And it's changing something here now. The atmosphere is changing. The aggressivity on the meetings, like I am doing now, raising the voice, but the words that they are using also is much more hush. Much more hush. They are swearing and everything on the meetings now. So they are frustrated because people that now they are making it like the community is doing all the bad against them. Even like they say, they have been out with so much information, but the reality, if people can tell me, where did you find the information? Sometimes we are lucky and have a link to something that is going on. There hasn't been a single public information about this. Not one single public information. And then they are blaming people because people are sitting and asking about their assets, their personal assets. Either it's 100 USDT that they have been inside with, if it's locked up in NFT, or if it's locked up in farming and so on and so on. And now they're aggressive towards those who are asking these questions, what is happening with my assets? Jesus Christ. It must be allowed to ask questions. Either you have 100 USDT, or if you have a 500,000 USDT inside of here. There's people who are active building teams, and there's people who are inactive, who are just putting in money, want to take a look at it after 3 months, after 6 months, see how the value perhaps have raised or not, okay? All of them have the same questions. But now it has gone so far that now we are no sayers. Now I'm just repeating the words that they are using in the meeting. We are now no sayers. We are those who are putting bad words and bad repetition and destroying the opportunity for those who wants to go with M3, who wants to save L7. So now they are playing the opposite psychology game. We are the bad ones now. It still doesn't bite on me. I'm still talking for myself, and I'm still talking on behalf of my team. And they, believe me, my team also have different type of questions, but we don't get the answers. We don't get information. We don't see any information, nothing. And I don't find it strange that people are starting thinking and developing even other thoughts about what is happening here. Because now, all the focus now is on M3. And if you was on that English meeting, perhaps you was also on the Norwegian meeting. It's not nice words which is used. And on the English meeting, they're even saying, let's kill them at the door, all these no-sayers. And in that meeting, also saying that if you hear something, see something somewhere in a chat or in a community, tell them about it, because they have to stop these no-sayers. I am definitely one of those in their eyes. as you understand already. But for me, it's not about nose hair. I also would like to see that everything was fine with L7, but it doesn't mean that I buy all the stories, that I buy all what is in front of us, that I have to go with what they are doing. Because they say that this is an offer for everyone. It's a choice, nicely words, it's a choice for everyone. But in the same meetings, they are saying that you're a no-sayer and disturbing if you're not following what they're saying. Start thinking about what they are doing, okay? So there's a lot of angry things out there, okay? Angry things, threats, and so on and so on. My team is very relaxed about it. We are not relaxed about it, but we are relaxed about the decision that we are waiting. They are waiting, okay? Many things are happening. Of course, when there is one person who is standing up and doing things for their team, you are getting a target. I am definitely a target for them. And there's a reason for that I am also having this meeting because there's a lot of other things happening behind here. And not, it's not a coincidence. All right. I have always had several other things that I'm working with. I never put all my eggs at the same basket. Okay. I have always been very clear about this. All my team, they know that. So that's not the problem. And I have started with something new also. And I see the combination here because what I have started with, there is approx 300 people, mostly of them from L7, who have went inside of this in 2.5, 3 weeks. Do you think that they see that they don't get what they want? Of course, I am getting a higher target now because I am the one who is promoting this. So that is one thing. So the meeting was the English one was the 21st. The 22nd, I get a message that Tommy, take a look at this page. This is a page from behind MLM. And this is a page run by a person or several persons. And they are not doing the journalistic part of it. They are uh, receiving messages there and stories and articles and things like this, and then they put it on their page. This is what they are mainly doing, okay? So they do that with everything which is coming in. So can you imagine? Because what I have started with is, I'm going to show you, so don't worry about that if you are wondering about that. I'm going to show you the whole article there. The thing is that this project that I have started with is only the Norwegian team and one other team which have started because this is not even open yet. They haven't even had a pre-launch of it. We are inside of this before it even starts. Okay? Just so you know. So now you know that it's only Norwegians inside, plus a big team in Korea. And I don't know the Korean team. I don't think they know me either. So it's very strange that we will see. I'm going to show you this article now so you can think yourself what is going on here. Here we have it. So this, and then writing about, you see the name of that project, Akita, Ryder, and Insufi. And then, yeah, it's the basic information about what they already know. It's some pictures. And it's very funny because this picture that you see in front of you now you don't see it on their public page, as far as I know. By the way, I can check it in the same time. I'm not saying anything wrong to you. Um, so maybe this is a picture from the front side. I'm not sure. I can actually check it. I would just want to see it. So one thing is about the page is not even open. So we are even not using this. Okay, so this picture is there on the front page. Okay, the same picture here. So Akita riders combined, and this text, which is on the picture, is not made from the page of behind MLM. This is something which is sent in to them as an article. Okay, so they are writing about it, and then they are writing something down here, and I can translate this into Norwegian for you also. Perhaps the most disturbing aspect of Insufi and Akita Rider are the people promoting it. In researching this article, so you see they have received an article, the only people I found promoting it were middle-aged European men living in South Asia. That is me, okay? Because you see pictures from my Facebook here, okay? So this is even disturbing, okay? So the text under the picture made from those who made the article. And again, it says here, written, and oh, yeah, look by all means, get hyped about the prospect of getting early and stealing a bunch of money from brain-dead morons in yet another MLM crypto Ponzi. But grown-up men loving the quality of AI-generated half-naked children is always going to raise eyebrows. I hope you are aware, and if you are sitting here on the meeting and knows who sent this in, because this is coming from Norway. If there is someone who's sitting here on this call today now, who knows who sent this in, think what you are doing here, because you're actually in the text which is coming here, talking about that like I am a pedophile. Do you know how serious this is getting now? Not to me, to the persons who sent this in. This is serious. And this was 22nd, the day after the English meeting. But that is not enough with this. I'm going to tell you more. All right? So if someone wants to see it, you can look the page here, behindmlm.com. You find it there. Okay? And again, pictures. And it's not pictures about what is on the company. It's pictures about me. Do you think that is a coincidence also? Funny. Because if this was something that which was from someone here inside of this company, they would perhaps do another research. Okay, they would see that there is more than this type of pictures inside of this. Okay, anyway, this is serious. Think yourself where this is coming from. Yesterday, which was the 24th, so the Norwegian meeting was the 22nd. So 23rd, and now I'm confused about the days here. If this was yesterday, I think it was, or the day before, I think it was yesterday. Coincidence or not, I'm not going to spend time and find out because I can find out. I can even find out where in the world, even if this was a VPN, which was used when they sent in the article. I have, not me personally, have the knowledge to find it out. I don't have that type of knowledge. But yes, I have people who know about this, but it's a question also how much time you're going to spend on it. Okay. Then another thing is happening yesterday. Then my daughter is getting a call. She was home from the school yesterday. So that was the strange thing. So she was just coming to me. I was sitting here working. And she says, Papa, can I have a Gmail? I said, what are you going to do with a Gmail? You're 9 years old. You're not going to have a Gmail. Everything which is on her phone, I have a parent control of. And she's going out, she's coming back. She's asking, Papa, can I have your Gmail? See, well, you don't need my Gmail. No, I'm going to have a gift from blah, blah, blah. And she lied to me and said, a friend of her mama. I said, okay, I give her, but I gave her an old Gmail that I had. And then I said to her, let me talk to your friend, your mama's friend. And that person spoke perfectly English. That is one thing which is not correct in my head. Because Thai people don't speak perfectly English. They speak good English, some of them, but not perfectly English. Then when I'm standing there with the phone and they hear my voice, suddenly everything is starting disappearing from her phone. All the messages, and in a fraction of a time, her message was disappearing, couldn't access anything. Then we go, we see her Facebook change. And on her Facebook, it's just a few people like my family who is there. And I have the parent control, so I go inside here. I knew something was wrong. I access her through her Gmail and so on, and to her Facebook. There was suddenly another Gmail who had access, taking control there. In the same time, I got attacked on my places here, my Gmails. I have several Gmails, my Facebook, everything in a very quick time. But I managed after a short period of time to block everything because it's not so easy to come into my places. I have high security passwords, which obviously my daughter didn't have. Is this a coincidence that things are happening like this? I'm just asking. Okay, I cannot prove anything here. But what is not a coincidence, and listen to this, what is not a coincidence is that my girlfriend, who just recently moved down to Koh Samui, even not into any crypto, not even into any network marketing like this, even she get a message from an unknown person, which was deleted after, referring to just the article I showed you from behind MLM. You think it's a coincidence that even my girlfriend is getting this message from someone and that uh, account was deleted after? It's no coincidence in this. And what I forgot to tell you, when I knew about this article, I said to myself, because I have 5 hours different than you, so I see it in the morning, you're still sleeping, okay? I said to myself, you know, I wasn't even upset about it because this is a huge kindergarten, huge kindergarten. And if you're triggering the wrong persons, even in your bad network, these people can do more than actually you, perhaps who don't like me, there might be some people who are doing more than you are willing to do because they want to show you. Okay? I said to myself, okay, it won't take long time before people are getting a message about this article in Norway. This is what I was thinking. 12 o'clock my time, it's 7 o'clock in Norway. I get the first message and the call from Norway. Tommy, have you seen this article? Because I got a message. I was right. They wasn't even able to wake up in Norway and get the message, and not from a strange person from anywhere else, from people inside a community of L7 who have started to send out this message. Just a moment, I'm going to show you this also. Take a look at this. Are you seeing it or what? I don't share it.
Nei, vi ser det ikke.
Okay, just a moment, I'm going to show you. It's typical me. I saw it now. Okay, now I think you see something here. Okay? So even before people woke up on the 22nd of July, people inside of the community of L7 have started sending out this message to people on my team. And it's not only one person who have received it. Still, you think it's a coincidence? Hi, I got this post today, and here it's red warnings. So more than red warnings. If you're inside here, I think you should get out as soon as possible. Here it's a reaction on the whole package, plus half-naked small children. When I saw these children, it said stop to me, and I took myself out from the whole package and the page to Tommy. I know who sent out this particular first message here. And the funny thing that that person is not on my team, is not inside of Akita, he's not on any of my chats. You know, if there's people in Norway who are stupid enough to think that this is going to hurt me, they are wrong. They are wrong. It takes a lot more to hurt me. But when it starts hurting my family, you have crossed a big, big line. Because then it's going to be very, very personal. Very personal. And this is a very serious situation. And people are sitting here and sharing like this, the same people. I think people here, even who are sitting here on this call today, start thinking if you want to be a part of this cult, which is going on in Norway, because it's a cult. Think about, do you really want to be involved in everything which is going on here now? Because if you want to, and you are, stand up for it. But you're covers. You're hiding. You can't hide forever. It's the same as the truth. The truth is always coming out in the end of it. And guess what? This article, which is supposed to hurt me so much, my name, and I haven't had a red flag even in the 16, 18, 20 years that I've been doing network marketing. I've been into companies which have went down, yes, but me as a person haven't had a red flag. Is it a coincidence that this is happening now? When you're sitting in meetings on Saturday and Sunday and you see how furious they are, you hear the language they are using, you hear how they are talking about those who don't follow what they are saying. Think about where you're standing. Think about who is standing in front of you. You have to take a choice of that also, because it's not good what is happening here right now. But guess what? I was smiling when I saw this article because I have always had that ability to turn something negative into positive. And guess what? I'm going to do that here also. I'm going to use this article and I'm going to make it public on many things that I am doing. People are perhaps thinking, oh, why should you do that? It says this and this and this about you. But you know what? I am clear. I am clean. I have nothing to hide. And people who knows me, they know that. But not those who are triggering others in their circle of friends to gather around and do something like this. Maybe it's an individual person, like I said, who done it just to show or whatever. I don't know. Can find out, but I'm not going to spend time on it. I'm going to use it to even more positive things. And guess what? This is going to hurt, not me. Because the more success they see that I have, that my team have, the more hurted they are. Honesty is always winning. Think about what you have done. I'm addressing this to those who have started this and to those who have said in the chat a couple of days ago that this has nothing to do with L7 and nothing to do with this community. Please watch this video again and try to understand what is really going on here. You can try to take a research on my name, see what you find on the Google and whatever you can do that. And then you can try to research other names of leaders inside of this community. You will be surprised. I'm just telling you. I'm not going to bring up anything of that. Just do your own research. But it have crossed a huge line here. Yes, I don't know who is writing this, but yes, I agree that someone is trying to put me like a pedophile person inside of this. And yeah, it's far beyond what is acceptable when it's coming to trying to hurt some people. This is going to be a boomerang, and you know when you throw a boomerang, it's coming back. And if you don't watch out, it's gonna kick you in the head. And promise me, it's gonna come at the time you don't expect it, at the moment you don't expect it. But at one day, okay, at one day, believe me, start thinking, even if you're sitting here and are in that group, think about what you're doing now. Think about what you're doing and where you want to stand. Is this going to help L7? I said it earlier on another video that I made also that, you know, that when we are getting like put in a box and be like silent, that's the worst thing you can do. It's a community thing. The community is talking. And if there's a leadership plus the representatives from the company who are saying and nodding on their heads that everybody who is a no-sayer are a danger for the company, is a danger for the community. Think about what game they are playing here now, the psychologically part here. For me, this is beyond being, I didn't even have that. I had the belief that we could have done something good on the long term with L7, but I don't agree with the mix with M3. I don't. That's me. That's my opinion. Okay, but I still believe that if there was a good communication there, we still could have done something with L7. Today, I don't. I'm sorry to say, but that's my opinion, okay? This is beyond even becoming a scam part. Beyond that, when we are doing this psychologically game that is happening now, I really encourage everyone to think about what you're doing. If you want to give away your assets, if you want to believe in what you're doing now, it's totally up to you. I don't. I am now looking at this as much more serious things. And as a fraud, that's one thing. But what they're doing here on the backside, horrible, horrible. Yeah, it has not been easy these days. I can tell you also, it hasn't been easy. But I said to my team, and I said to others who are in the community, who is even not directly on my team, I know that not everybody have the courage to talk, to show their face, and so on and so on. And they are afraid of asking. And there is more people who are getting more afraid when they see and receive messages and voicemails and videos privately with a content which is a directly threat to them. Yes, of course, I understand that. But me, no, come to me. I'm going to talk for you. I have no problem to stand up for the people. I mean, if the community is just going to be like sheep and pushed up in a corner and walk where the dog is telling you to go, there is something wrong in the community. And this is encouraged from even the leadership inside of the company. I find it terrible. So yes, it has been hard days because this is affecting me. Of course, it's affecting people around me. But you know, I'm glad I have a lot of positive people around me. I really appreciate all of them. I appreciate to have my family who is not understanding everything of this, of course not. And I really appreciate myself that I have the ability to take a 5-minute break, a 10-minute break, a 1 hour break from everything. That's all I need to recharge my battery, and my batteries are lasting for weeks. And I just recharged it today. So I am going to be back on track and I'm going to use everything. Surprisingly enough, I'm not bending down. And I'm not going to do that because what they are doing is horrible. Horrible. It could have been you. It could have been any one of you. But I am going to take these bullets from these people. But that they are not going through me. They will peel off. That is for sure. All right. I'm going to end it here because I have business to do, another business to do. So I'm going to have a meeting in 30 minutes about the pedophile part. You see, I'm even looking at it with the humor. I am. Oh, Rita, I see you have your hand up. Sorry.
No problem. Can I talk Norwegian or English?
Whatever, Italian or whatever you want to do, it's up to you.
Jeg kan ikke, jeg
But it's
kan
not,
ikke
not, it's not
italiensk.
norsk.
Jeg snakker norsk. For det første, vi har jo snakket sammen før dette her, men dette her overgår det meste jeg har opplevd i min karriere. Og jeg har, som jeg sa tidligere, så har jeg jobbet med innsatte som har hatt de verste dommene. Og ja, altså, en ting er å gjøre noe kødd med hverandre, men det her har tatt fullstendig kaka. Når man framstiller et menneske som pedofil, jeg har rett og slett ikke ord. Så den eller de personene som har gjort dette her, burde virkelig gå i seg selv, burde oppsøke hjelp. Det mener jeg seriøst, for her er det rett og slett en stor personlighetsforstyrrelse på et menneske som kan finne på å gjøre noe sånt. Og ikke ha tanker for hva det gjør med Tommy, hva det gjør med datteren hans, hva det gjør med kjæresten hans, og hva det gjør med L7, hva det gjør med M3, Akita, whatever. Så den eller de som har gjort det her, jeg håper virkelig at du får hjelp. Du eller dere får hjelp. Dette her er ikke lederskap, og jeg håper egentlig også at den og de personene som setter ut alt det faenskapet her, unnskyld uttrykket mitt, at de virkelig blir kastet ut av L7 og community, for at sånne ledere vil vi faktisk ikke ha. Dere burde skamme dere. Det har vært så mye, og jeg har selv blitt utsatt for dritt fra enkelte, og blitt kastet ut, sånn som Tommy og andre, og andre skal tjene penger på folk vi har fått inn, enten om ikke jeg har fått inn så mange, det er ikke det det handler om, men det handler om at vi alle gjør en jobb. Og dette her er ikke, altså, det er ikke Tommy og jeg og andre som har laget helvete. Det er dere som driver med dette, unnskyld uttrykket, faenskapet. Nå må det stoppe. Dette kan ikke fortsette.
Jeg regner med at du er ferdig.
Jeg blir egentlig helt målløs.
Ja, jeg er målløs selv, og jeg er sliten, virkelig sliten. Så ja, det er tunge dager. Så jeg vil gjerne avslutte her, for nå kjenner jeg at jeg blir veldig emosjonell.
Takk for din ærlighet, Tommy.
Ja.
Takk for din åpenhet.
Greit, da ønsker dere en fin kveld videre.
Ja, tusen takk. Ha det. Ha det.
Ha det.
Ha det.